Extrusion topic, module number 3. I set the folder module 3 as the working directory. I create a new part called sketch. I use the default template. OK. Within the model, I can identify 3 datum planes, right, top and front. As you can see, if I click on the model tree, the datum planes are highlighted in the workspace. There is a coordinate system, this BRTCSIS_DEF. I can orient the 3 datum planes from the list of saved views in the way I consider is most useful to sketch the section. From the view command, I choose orientation, standard orientation. With Control D, I can reorient the model in a standard way. So Control D. I am now creating the sketch of a curve, and I select the front datum plane as the sketch plane. As a secondary reference, I can use the right datum plane, which acts as right. So the normal is pointing towards the right. I enter the sketch face. The front datum plane is parallel to the screen. I turn off the datum planes. The other 2 datum planes are orthogonal and are already being used as reference for my sketch. The references for my sketch are those 2 dashed orange lines. I am now sketching the shape here. Center click to cancel the creation of the last segment. I tidy up the dimensions by clicking on them with the left mouse button. It is convenient to tidy up the dimensions because I will find them later on in the final layout. I am now going to dimension using the dimension command. I select the segment, center click. So dimension, segment, center click. I am now going to add an excess dimension. As you can see, ProEngineer deletes redundant dimensions every time. In this case though, I have added 3 dimensions which are in conflict with each other. The program is asking me to resolve the sketch because there are 3 dimensions. Here, now 1 is gone. They are not all necessary. There is 1 which is useless. If I want to, here, undo, recreating the same situation, I dimension the top segment. ProEngineer allows me to delete a constraint if I want to. So I can accept the 3 dimensions, but I have to get rid of the verticality constraint on the left segment. As you can see, the segment is not vertical anymore, so all 3 dimensions can coexist within the sketch. I undo twice. I can make a dimension stronger. That means colored in yellow. We can recognize it from the yellow color. By clicking on it, right click, strong. Or by changing it. The program automatically assumes that every time I change a dimension, this is a strong dimension, so it turns it into a yellow dimension. The difference between a strong and a weak dimension is the following. Weak dimensions are what the program suggests as a dimensioning pattern for the section, whereas yellow dimensions have been either modified, inserted, or strengthened by right-clicking strong. I quit sketch creation, tick here. I am now selecting the extrude icon while keeping the sketch selected. Have a look, ProEngineer is extruding the section. Every time I click on the arrow, I am flipping the section direction. I can do the same thing from the dashboard on the bottom or by right-clicking flip depth direction. I can also click on the handle, right-click, symmetric, to make the extrusion symmetrical with respect to the sketch plane, or blind to one side. I can do the same thing from the dashboard icons, down on the bottom. I can change the dimension manually, or from the dashboard at the bottom. Here is a preview with the result. Play. I am now showing you how to turn a solid extrusion into a surface, so I can obtain a surface from a section itself. Alternatively, I can obtain a thin solid. I have to define a thickness here. Thickness is set to 10. ProEngineer inserts the material to the inside or to the outside of the section or to both sides. To make this clearer, I can orient the model so that I have a top view. Zoom. The sketch section is red. Have a look. To the inside, to the outside, or to both sides. So the 10 millimeters are spread onto both sides. Here is a preview with the result. Tick to quit. Feature creation.